Hey, Woodlands Church family, it's so good to see you. My name is Ryan. I'm here with my daughter, Joanna. Joanna, give him a wave. Hey, yesterday we did John 1. My dad talked us through the beginning of Jesus' ministry, and we're doing the Follow the Light devotional. And I want to really encourage you. One of the things my parents have always taught us is it's so important to not let your faith become a checklist. And so it's all about a relationship. And I want to really encourage you, even if you've been a Christian for a long time, don't just read through this chapter. Really focus on the verses, focus on the words, and you can get so much out of it. And so that's why I try to see the scripture with new eyes every single time I read through them. I don't always do it right, but I really want to encourage you with that. And today we're talking about John chapter 2. It's about the time when Jesus turned water into wine. Do you know that miracle, Joanna? Yeah? What happened?
I don't remember how he made it though.
But he turned the water into wine, right?
So he had water, and then he had the water, and then
yeah, he did a miracle though, that's for sure. So this is the thing that happened in John chapter 2, is that they are running out of wine at this wedding party, and Mary, Jesus' mom, comes to him and says, Jesus, we're out of wine. And so the first thing when you have a need is you come to Jesus with the need. This is what Mary said. She just said, Jesus, here's the issue. Here's what we need help with. And Mary knew how powerful Jesus was. She knew because it was her son, she knew what Jesus could do. And so she came straight to Jesus and said, we need help with this. And so that's what I want to really encourage you with and encourage myself with, is when we have a need, let's bring it straight to Jesus, no matter what it is, no matter how big, no matter how small, because Jesus cares and he can do amazing things. The second thing that Mary did after she brought the need to Jesus is that she trusted Jesus to handle the situation completely. She told the servants, do whatever Jesus tells you to do. So she knew his power and she trusted his power completely. And so that's what we need to do as Christians and as Christ followers, is say, Jesus, we know you can do anything. You have ultimate power. You are in control of everything in my life and beyond it. And so I trust you with this. So if you have a need, and we all have a need in some way or another, bring it to him, but then trust him that he's going to take care of it. And then the third thing that happened was, and this is how Jesus did the miracle, Joanna, was, well, I don't know how he did it, but he told the servants, fill these jars of water, these big jars of water, with water, just fill them up, just with water, and take them to the master of ceremony, the person in charge of the wedding party, bring it to him. And by the time that they had brought the jars of water to the person in charge of the party, the water had turned into wine. And not only had it turned to wine, it had turned into the best drink. And so we don't really drink a lot of wine in our house, but we know that Jesus is capable of doing great things. He can do amazing things and make it the best. So situations that seem not great, he can turn them into amazing situations, and he can work miracles. But the third thing that you have to do when you need a miracle and when you need to trust Jesus is to do whatever he tells you to do, even if it doesn't make sense. And so it didn't make sense to fill up jars with water. That didn't make sense from a human perspective, but from a spiritual perspective, Jesus had it totally under control. And so I want to really leave you with that, and encourage you with that today, is that if you need a miracle and you have a need that you need Jesus to provide, and we all need him to provide in some way or another, I want to really encourage you, follow him today, even if it doesn't make 100% sense to you. I know one of the things that keeps me from God's best in my own life is Jesus will tell me you need to do this, or talk to that person, or take the step of faith. And I'll say, that doesn't make sense from my human perspective. And I'll start to think that I'm so smart that I know better than him. And that's just wrong. We all get into that mindset sometimes. So I want to really encourage you, turn off your human wisdom sometimes and focus on Christ's wisdom, his supernatural ability and power. He can take care of you, and he will. Joanna and I are so thankful to spend time with you. We love you guys. We're praying for you. Pastor Kerry will be back with us very soon. And let's continue to follow the light in this daily devotional. Thanks for spending time with us.